Hello. I've had to record this because I think Putin's hacking YouTube, and it wasn't giving me a good connection. So I'm recording it. We do it the proper way, rather than the on the fly. Let's see if we can do it via the seat of our pants way. I haven't got my cup. I took the cup out into the kitchen because I was being tidy. So you just have to imagine that it's coffee time. Drink it up. Once a week at least I do this. Anyway, Ukraine situation is still going on. However, we have information from the front. Prisoners of war that have been captured, the Russian soldiers have been saying how this isn't a war that they expected or intended. Some have been saying they were sent in, saying it was training exercises. Some have expressed how they were like cannon fodder or completely unprepared. And some were saying how they were forced to shoot on peaceful people, killing mothers, children, etc. There's been a lot of this. The Daily Mail got it on their front page, and again, they've been interviewed again. This could be misinformation, but I heard on, I think it was ITV News last night, there was a mother of one of the young soldiers, I think he's only like 19, who was captured early on, and again, she said it wasn't what they expected. They wasn't expecting to go to war. It was training, just exercises, and we'll have to see how that plays out. Meanwhile, Russia's foreign minister Sergei Lavrov, he's a jolly-looking chap. Let's pull up his picture. We've got here he is. Mind you, he looks like a giant behind old rootin', tootin', shootin' Putin there. Mind you, yeah. You can see how Putin's. He was looking healthier then. But yeah, Sergei Lavrov says the Third World War will be a nuclear and destructive, which is nice. So they're really, really putting their cards on the table. Meanwhile, you've got Finland making overtures to join NATO. You've got Ukraine, signing up to join the EU. Everything that Putin didn't want to happen is happening. The opposite, the actual opposite of what he expected is coming to pass. Now, either he is a complete idiot, or he's mad. I just, it's crazy. Mind you, we've got a new nickname from him now. It's Fattymir Putin. I can't take credit for that. That's a term coined by the Mail website. You can see they did a close up on his face. Let me just pull up the picture. And compared to what he used to look like, he's put on a bit of weight. He's got. I'm not allowed to do the joke. More chins than the Chinese phone book. I'm not allowed to do that joke. He said, "Don't do the joke." And I said, "Well, I'm going to do the joke because it's not a thing. It's okay. I can do that joke." All right, I'll do the other joke. When God was handing out chins, he thought they said gins and asked for a double. Is that one okay? Can we do that one? Okay, we'll scrub the other one then. You got an option. You can if you go with. So yeah, he's put on a lot of weight. Maybe he is on the steroids. Maybe we're seeing the first roid rage war. Meanwhile, the Chinese, with their Chinese, see, it was all going to join together. The Chinese telephone book, China, it said it's willing to mediate between Russia and Ukraine. I don't know why, because Ukraine haven't got anything to mediate. They're innocent. Really, they should be saying we want Russia out. So that whole mediation thing is a bit of a joke. Meanwhile, Russian trust in Putin has surged since the invasion. Yeah, 18%. So they did not trust, down from 29%, while 7% found it to. But anyway, trust has surged. But this poll was run by the state, by the way. It was run by the state, so that's good. But they've got him on the run in Russia. The Russian people are out there waving their anti-war flags, and here are some plucky Muscovite children with their anti-war flags. There they are. Look at them. Makes you proud, doesn't it? Makes you proud. But no, Putin and the authorities saw them as a threat because they had them arrested. There they are in the police van, and here they are at the police station having their statement taken. I think they're currently in a gulag somewhere in the deepest, darkest Siberia. Seriously. That's what we're dealing with. But meanwhile, this is yesterday in St. Petersburg. There we go. Everyone's linking arms. There's a lot of people. But of course, the police take them away because they live in an authoritarian state. Ah, boy. So yeah, it's not looking good, but we can hope we can push on through. Anyway, this is a story of Deirdre O'Riordan. She's a 35-year-old mother. She likes a good time. Oh, she loves a good time. On February 26th at 1:10 in the morning, she was at Canada Water Station. And O'Riordan from Stratford-on-Avon, she'd spent the evening having a drink. Getting bladdered, I think, is the technical term. And she ended up spending the weekend in prison. How so, Darren? What did she do wrong? What did she do in her inebriated frame of mind? She was so drunk, she tipped her baby out of its pram on a tube escalator. Yeah, she did. She tried to put the buggy on the escalator at Canada Water Station, and out went baby. But don't worry, she got a conditional discharge after spending the weekend in custody. Bloody hell. She won't be winning Mother of the Year, will she? So anyway, let's talk about this. This is the story. We go from one mother to another. This is the bad mother edition. This is the story of Sammy Jo Halford. She's from Grimsby, and she's been branded an unfit mother and been reported to the authorities, and she's been trolled, verbally abused in the street. But why? Why, Darren? Why is this a thing? Why? Because she's got Britain's biggest eyebrows. There you go. Now, I was thinking, where have I seen this before? I was thinking, where have I seen it? Is it Groucho Marx? I was thinking Groucho Marx. No, she's got 75,000 followers on TikTok due to her unique look. And I was thinking, now where have I seen it before? I've seen this somewhere before. Is it not Groucho Marx? No, it's the guy from Doctor and the Medics. Is it Clive Jackson? She's stolen his look. She's going on up to the spirit in the sky. So that's that's TikTok. And we move on now to the story of Thomas Mansfield. Here he is. Here's Thomas Mansfield. There he is. Now, he makes coffee time look like a teddy bear's picnic. For he was. They claim he was a super fit father. Went to the gym all the time. He was a personal trainer. And the 29-year-old from Colwyn Bay, North Wales. He's very into the keep fit, but not very smart, because he'd ordered some caffeine powder, a 100-gram packet of caffeine powder. the idea is going to make some supplemental drinks. I don't know about these things. I'm not a bodybuilder. Look, I'm a chiseled Adonis. I don't need to work out. Look at me. But he used the packet and made a caffeine-laced beverage and drank it. He necked it in one, right? And then, not long after, his widow, I've given it spoilers, found him clutching his chest on the sofa. He started foaming at the mouth and died. And when they did the post-mortem, he had 392 milligrams of caffeine per litre of blood. And it was the equivalent of him drinking up to 200 cups of coffee. So, yeah, the inquest, it was ruled as caffeine toxicity and the death was ruled as misadventure. Not stupidity. Should have read the instructions on the box, mate. Should have read the instructions. And again, all these drinks, these energy drinks with laced with caffeine, you've got to be very careful. There was a guy who drank like some caffeine drink every day, constantly, and had a massive heart attack, because that's what it can do. It can do to you. So yeah, not a good coffee time. That time around, is it? No, not very good. Meanwhile, we go back to Russia. This is the Russian energy company Rosseti. They have a number of charging points around, for electric cars. They call them EV points, I think. And they've got a number of stations running along Russia's M11, not the M11, Russia's M11 motorway, and it runs between Moscow and St. Petersburg. And according to Facebook, the charging points had all been hacked. Yeah. And we can see what was written. The little message on the screen had been hacked and replaced with "Putin is a dickhead" and "Glory to Ukraine." That's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? It's a bit embarrassing. Meanwhile, Mohammed Kir, he's Cindy Crawford's biggest fan. Let's pull his picture up. He looks like a nice fellow. There he is. He's got a picture of her. Well, he turned up. He turned up outside Cindy Crawford's house, like you do, because he's quite mad. In Los Angeles, he flew to Los Angeles, desperate to contact the supermodel because he reckons he had a child together. The 51-year-old made the 5,000-mile journey from his home in England to confront Crawford, saying that he was the father of her child. Unfortunately, Crawford wasn't there. She was in Paris for the Fashion Week. He wasn't that good a fan. He wasn't that big a stalker, was he? Because he'd have known that, and he'd have found. He would have known where she was. Cow news. All right, we'll end with an animal news. Yeah. This is the story of Queensland. There was a big flood. And people were baffled along the what they call the Gold Coast. Broad Beach, Mermaid Beach, was a load of flotsam and jetsam turned up, and a number of cows appeared on the beach. They'd been washed onto the shore. Yeah, and one of them, he went for a walk, and ended up on a. Well, it looks like it's in a park. There he is. Look, he's having a walk in the park. So yeah. So there you go. Not all the cows were that lucky. Some of them were actually. There isn't a joke. I was going to say it was a very moving story, but some of the cows did die. They did find a number of dead cows on the beach, so it's quite. It's all true. Don't tell me to pull the other one. Okay, I will move along then. I know I've used the same joke twice, but hey, you get this for free, and I don't write any of it. Thank you for watching. I would normally check to see if there's anyone in the chat, but YouTube, in its crappy state wouldn't let me connect, so we recorded it. Thank you for watching. Drink it up, and hopefully we'll have some more funnies tomorrow. Ta-da.